Black Scott.
Love Jhade.
He said, she said.
What's up, y'all? We're here with another episode. You recording?
Yeah, I think.
Are we live?
Yeah.
All right.
Bet. All right, y'all. We are back with another episode. What's good? I hope your week is going well. I hope you're just bringing in positive vibrations and gratitude. And we're still in this pandemic, but I hope y'all are hanging in there, doing your meditations and whatnot, doing what you got to do.
But we know you aren't, because Lori Harvey is with Michael B. Jordan. So let's talk about it.
Let's discuss. So Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey, they both posted to Instagram making their relationship official. And there was rumors before this, but they made it official. And some people are mad, some people are happy, but everybody got an opinion. That's for sure. What you think?
Not good. That's off the top. Not good. Yeah.
I think, okay, I've heard differing opinions. I've heard some people say, yeah, like a lot of women especially, like, yay, Lori, like, we're happy for you, like
hot girl-ish.
Yeah, like exactly, be on your hot girl shit, like. And then you also hear people that are mad, like women again, mad that like, oh, like you took one of the good ones, blah blah blah, like stick to dating, you know, your Future, your Trey Songs, leave our Michael B. Jordan alone. I've heard differing opinions. I really, to be honest, I'm hating. I'm hating. I'm gonna just be honest. I'm hating. I don't like it because I'm hating, and I like Michael B. Jordan. That's just my honest. That's me.
Yeah,
you know.
And I'm waiting, because I'm just waiting for her to just ruin him.
Waiting.
You know, because we already know where the value's at. If she got with NBA YoungBoy when he's got, nobody really care. You know, continue the pattern of those. You know, of that type of selection.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we didn't care. But now you're messing with one of the virgins of Hollywood, I guess we could say, black virgins of Hollywood.
Yeah, black women love Michael B. Jordan. We stand Michael B. Jordan. We definitely wanted to see. I mean, the black community as a whole, I'm speaking for black women. We wanted to see him with a black woman, and we think that's great, you know, for him. But it seems like we're mad because it's like, oh, not this black woman, you know, not this one. And
I really Nia Long type.
Yeah.
What did J. Cole say? Nia Long and who?
He said Jhade Adu. He said Nia Long. What else did he say?
What's her name?
Aaliyah.
Sade, right? He says
Jhade.
I think he said her.
Yeah, he said Jhade Adu, Nia Long, Aaliyah.
One of those types, not Lori Harvey. I don't think J. Cole mentioned Lori Harvey, so.
Oh my God. See, I think
Meek Mill did, but you to say, you know.
Well, whose opinion are we trusting here? Are we trusting Meek, or are we going with J. Cole?
Well, I mean, I thought Meek's a good dude, but the history.
Y'all know I'm going with J. Cole. J. Cole's my favorite artist to date. So
I see what you mean. Right. Okay. So we're going with, okay. Well, obviously he went with Meek, so.
Obviously,
that's where he's at.
I just really want to get in the head of Michael B. Jordan and just understand, like, because there was rumors about him being with Snow Allegra after the whole music video thing, and I loved that. Like, I love Snow Allegra. I love her music. I love everything about her, and I just thought they were such a good match, and I was so happy about that. And I had to really ask myself, like, why am I mad about Lori? I mean, granted, I said I'm hating. I am, just because, you know, I just feel like she's had all these Hollywood men, and it's like, you can have any man you want, leave Michael B. Jordan alone. Like, because
so she can have any man she wants to have.
Yes, I think she can. But the reason why I'm hating is because it seems like you're not taking these men seriously. That's my thing. It seems like, I mean, I can't say that because I don't know her, obviously, but it seems like you're not taking these men seriously. You're doing, like, you're dating Trey Songs, you dated Future. Like, it seemed like you're just having fun and being young. Right. But yet Michael B. Jordan is like, no, we want him with like wifey material. Like, we don't want him with a girl who's just out here having fun. Like, do you have fun, Lori, but don't have fun with Michael, because at the end of the day, we want him with a wife. And then what happens to these men that, oh, like, we're just playing around? Like, what happens with these men? They get hurt and then they become like fuck boys.
That's
and like, we don't need Michael B. Jordan to be a fuck boy.
He's gonna be turned out. He's gonna be another Future, another
yeah, and we don't want that.
One of those types.
So that's why I'm mad personally.
So the producer just gave us the official J. Cole lyrics, so you guys are informed. My only regret was too young for Lisa Bonet. My only regret was too young for Nia Long. My only regret was too young for Jhade Adu. My only regret could never take Aaliyah home.
Now I'm left with his hoes up in Greystone with the stale face, because they know.
So basically, they're saying Greystone and Lori Harvey's like the same thing, basically.
I didn't really understand the Greystone lyric.
I guess it's a local, it was a regional thing.
Oh yeah.
It's like saying the Compton hood boogers.
Local, just local as fuck.
Just the local scene hoes.
I guess so, yeah.
And I guess that's what Lori Harvey is, according to what you guys are talking about.
But see, the thing about Lori is that she's like an heiress. She's Steve Harvey's stepdaughter. Like, she's an heiress.
That doesn't count.
So I wouldn't say she's definitely not
daughter.
A scene hoe.
All right, producer just gave us the Greystone Manor, a popular nightclub that frequents celebrities.
So scene hoe.
Scene hoe, basically.
Yeah, regional.
And no, she's not the heiress. That's not even Steve Harvey's real kid. And we already know Steve Harvey's.
We don't want to do that though. Like that.
SIMP.
That's still his daughter, for all intents and purposes, I would say. But I just feel
the mom
like
was head over heels for a drug dealer.
Well, that's something to speak on, because I personally question.
I guess it runs in the bloodline.
I question if there's like a daddy issues element here. Like, because granted, yes, she has Steve Harvey and he's a great father figure, but her real dad is in jail, was a drug dealer. So I wonder the effect that's having on her. I mean, again, I don't know her. I can't say. Maybe she's doing her work. She has her
she wasn't really dating men like Steve Harvey though. Besides P. Diddy, but that was more close in age than attitude. So I mean,
yeah,
they're both successful, of course. Yes, in there, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't.
Michael B. Jordan's the best catch as of late, and
I just want to know what's going through his head right now. Like, what is he really, like, what is he doing? And you know
what? He's trying to take one for the black community. You know, they've been dogging him for the longest.
Yes, they absolutely have.
The white girls wanted him. You know, white girls don't want the Jordan Peele actor.
Because the thing is, we as black women have been standing Michael B. Jordan since day one. I personally,
not really.
I personally.
I agree. You personally
have been standing him since I saw him on the BET Awards. He was promoting the Fruitvale Station movie. He still had the straight back cornrows and everything. And I was like, who is this? Nobody was checking for him, but I was checking for him. I was like, who is this? Like, he's fine. And so ever since then, I was kind of following his career. And I saw the movie. He was a great actor. And I was following his career ever since then. And so I've literally been standing him from the beginning. So, of course, I wanted to see him with a black woman because I'm a black woman. I mean, you know, hey, no shade to interracial couples, but that's what I wanted to see.
It was the pressure. So he said, look, she's the best black selection I have right now.
Okay, so you're saying he was people pleasing, is what you're saying. He didn't want to be canceled.
Yeah, pretty much. He's already on the verge of being canceled with the Snow Allegra tip. That's why he never made it official.
I don't think he was on the verge of being canceled with that. I think people were just mad that he was dating anyone, but I think he was on the verge of being canceled when he was seen with that white girl. I don't know if she's white or Hispanic. Yeah, whatever, I don't know. I can't think of her name. Can you look that up?
But she was just a regular chick, though. He took home.
It was a non-black woman. That's what I know.
I thought he was leaving the club with some non-ambiguous race chick. I don't know if it was dating.
So I was
talking about the same thing, though. I don't know.
I think we are. Let's clarify that there was dating rumors because he was seen with somebody, but there wasn't anything official put out ever. But just based on that picture, people were outraged. Let's see. Who is this?
Does that have a name?
Oh, this is different. Oh, they got all kind of pictures.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm trying to tell you. He's been around not the black community, unless those girls are mixed, maybe. But I don't know if that even counts.
I'm trying to see, now they're just giving us Lori Harvey. Like, we want to know.
Everyone else is overshadowed.
We are Googling to try to figure out who's this girl.
So I don't think she was white, though. That's the thing. I think she was like Hispanic or something.
I keep wanting to say. I don't think it was that person. I have no idea.
The comment section is saying daughter name.
I'm gonna put mystery girl. Michael B. Jordan mystery girl.
There's one right here.
I don't know. There's all types of pictures.
There's no name in the title.
Mystery girl. Anyway, he's been seen with mystery women that are non-black.
Mystery, non-ambiguous
Catherine
race.
Pais. She might be, woman of color. Anyway, point being,
non-black.
Black women were mad. I really just though want to talk about the fact that that what has come up out of this has been this whole conversation of, well, can a woman like Lori Harvey, who's doing what men traditionally do, why can't she be happy? I feel like that's coming up. You know what I mean? Like, she's out here dating different people. And granted, we don't know if she's sleeping with them. We don't know what the story is. We don't know if she really loved them, if she was just having fun. We have no idea. But the appearance that it's giving is that she's dating these people and then boom, she's seeing with somebody else. So it seems like she's just dating to have fun. That's what it seems like. I feel like people are mad that she's dating Michael B. Jordan because it's like, you can't go out here and be the playing the field type of girl and then all of a sudden end up with a good man.
End up with a husband.
Because
that's not realistic, and that's what every girl wants.
Yeah, women are mad. Women who put in the work, quote unquote, are mad at her because it's like, well, I could have just been playing around out here too and found my husband.
At 24, how is she? 24, 25? Something like that.
She's younger than that. She's
Michael B is like 32. He's old, which this is.
Yeah, he's in his 30s. She's 23, I think. Type.
Yeah, so all the girls are mad. They're like, dang. Usually it's one or the other, not both. Have your cake and eat it too.
It's like, how did you land?
I go from Future to Michael B.
Right. How did you land Michael B? Like the envy of every woman, from a good family, a good guy. You don't see him out here doing crazy stuff. If he's doing his dirt, it's in private. Like that's the type of man we want to marry. So it's kind of like, how did Lori get him? That's
is this the opposite of nice guys finish last for girls though?
You mean Lori or you mean Michael?
Lori. To women, you know how guys always say, "Oh, she always wants the a-hole, the bad boy." I do all this work, good guy stuff, and like you said, the girl's putting in the work, and then she gets with the bum or whatever. So, is this the opposite for women, or the inverse?
I think it's
you got girls putting in work, and then you got this 24-year-old potential thoughtress.
Oh yeah, I think this absolutely is the inverse of that. However, I think that normally this doesn't happen. Right? Like normally the girl who's dating around playing the field, normally she's the one that is single at 40 that people are always making fun of. So now people are like, what? You can be out here and have fun just like the men do and then still land husband material? People are outraged. Anyway, you want to go to the next topic?
Let us know what you think in the comments. We'll have the producer put a poll out real quick so you guys are for or against it.
Yeah,
maybe a couple other questions. Go ahead and put them in the comments. We'll always get back to you guys. And we can go ahead and move on.
All right.
You blow a blood vessel.
Yeah, because y'all already going to be trying to cancel us as is with this, just for bringing this up, period.
I came on here canceled, by the way, so.
All right. Our next topic is, I know some of you might have been hearing about, back in December, apparently Instagram started censoring and really just cracking down on sexual content on Instagram. According to this article by Vice, when Instagram updated community guidelines aimed at stopping sexual solicitation in December, sex workers were the first to raise the alarm. They were concerned that the rules would end up censoring the accounts that many use to grow their fan bases, and especially pressing concern at a time when their incomes were already affected by the pandemic. Let's talk about it.
I don't think this is a bad thing, especially for, everyone has Instagram. So young children, boys and girls. I think it's not a bad thing. And people say, oh, why? It's on the parents to control their kids and, all that. But I watched a movie called The Social Dilemma, and they kind of highlighted that these companies are destroying the fabric of society for the sake of money. So at some point, what are we going to value? Money or social or values, and things of that nature, and protecting our children. Not just saying, oh, well, we can just do whatever we want and let the TVs or, the networks or apps, whatever platforms, do whatever they want, and it's on the parents to control their kids. Well, kids are sneaky, as we know, so I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, especially for young boys and, that, because the perception with young men and sex and all that's already kind of distorted with these things.
So I just looked it up. It says that for Instagram specifically, the age limit is 13 years old. So you have to be at least 13 to create an account. And in some jurisdictions, the age limit may be higher. So based on that, I personally just feel like absolutely it's 100% on the parents to control their kids. Like, kids are going to be sneaky. That happens. But at the same time, that doesn't absolve you as a parent. And that doesn't mean you put the responsibility of parenting on these app developers. Honestly, 13 is a little young for Instagram to me because, like we're talking about, the content isn't censored as much. I mean, now they're cracking down on it more, but it's not censored enough to where I would feel comfortable with my 13-year-old being on Instagram. Yeah,
and my thing is, here's the thing with the parenting piece. With the regular internet, like Google or different browsers, they have features for that. Even regular cable TV. Instagram specifically does not have the feature for censoring content. So you say, oh, you can censor all the content on your phone. It's not going to do anything unless you completely ban Instagram. But as long as Instagram is there, they will be able to access that. And that's my thing. They're not even offering a meeting in the middle, happy medium situation with that.
Right. But with your kids, though, if you can put child locks on the iPhone, you can stop your kids from downloading Instagram. And I feel like,
but
I don't
know if that'll fix the problem of it being on there if they somehow get their hands on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
Because I want to ban it because they're going to try to find ways to get around it. I just want to say you could be on Instagram, but there's certain blocks that you should not go to or are just plain out restricted of your age group as long as I'm the parent. Now, if you're 18, you do what you want.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
I think that's definitely an idea. I think it's a good idea to enable some type of like parent safety feature, but then at the same time, you can still lie about your age. You know what I mean? Yep. I just think that we do have to protect our children to some extent. I just don't think that cracking down on Instagram as a whole is the way to do it. Like even though like kids could still lie about their age, I do think the censorship, not censorship, the parental restrictions would be a good idea. Why? Because if I'm a grown person, and I'm a sex worker or I'm an Instagram model who does nude photography or whatever, like I should be able to do that because I'm grown and I shouldn't be censored in that sense. That's my freedom of expression, and if I'm making money off that, so be it, but I'm grown. So I think that by trying to censor Instagram as a whole, you are infringing on those grown people.
Right. You're just not doing it right. Like I mentioned, they have Netflix for kids. They have YouTube for kids now. Yep. I don't know about Facebook, but, platforms are catching up. So I think instead of saying, let the parents fend for themselves, I think as a whole, as society, we should try to be more protective of our children. Yeah. It's a serious issue with our kids. Why these boys growing up fast and being this way? Well, some of these boys get exposed to these different things and it changes their mindset towards stuff.
Yeah, I will say that.
And then it's like it reflects back into society and wonder why things are the way they are. Because everyone just, fend for themselves. I think as a society, generally, you should try to hold up some sort of value of some sort. Not like forcing, like shutting down Instagram, but we should all try to.
I agree.
Make an effort.
I definitely
and not just go, be a slave for the money. Oh, that's going to hurt our revenue, our bottom lines.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we definitely need to be better at protecting our children, especially online. The internet's very dangerous for kids, so I think we for sure have to do that. I just don't like the idea of cracking down on,
the entire
people,
right? The entire Instagram,
right? If that's the way of making money, I mean, like you don't have to agree with it, but that's their right. So I feel like we shouldn't punish them because it's not societally acceptable for them to be doing sex work. You know what I mean? Like just because you don't agree with it doesn't mean that you should go ahead and just censor people just because you don't agree. So
here's a tricky
I don't think
thing,
that
it is a private thing. Like Instagram's not a public government, that's like a governmental.
I agree 100%. So technically, they can do whatever they want to do, but I just think morally, that's where I stand.
Because I think about YouTube, I don't, not that I know if YouTube has content as content just like Instagram at that level, or even Netflix, Google. I'm not saying that that's bad or good or bad, but I think there are certain places to get these certain things. So I don't know if putting restrictions on the Instagram or anything is the end of the world. It's just that, hey, the people who want these things, the grown adults who want these types of things, they know where to find them. They don't have to figure out where to get these things from at the same time.
I agree. I think social media is so new that people really don't know how to, like, there's not a lot of regulations.
Right, there's no boundaries, like the Wild West.
Yeah, like we're talking about these are private apps, right? But there's also, whether you agree with government interference or not, I'm just saying that it's new territory, social media. So the government hasn't really placed a lot of restrictions there. And so it's weird because it's like, is Instagram for grown people or for kids? Like, is social media for grown people or for kids?
And they want it to be for everybody.
Yeah,
apparently.
They want it to be for everybody. It started off kind of being for everybody. I'm sure that's why their age limit is 13. Like it started off for being
just posting pictures and expressing yourself.
Right. But now it's turned into something totally, completely different.
I'm gonna be honest, from a male perspective, a lot of it's sex. Sex sells.
Oh yeah, sex sells.
We already agreed off camera. Instagram is a market dating site now. Sex is taking over. I think they're trying to get back to like the wholesomeness of the platform and the originality of it.
I agree.
Because I only think Facebook had a Backpage thing going on for a while, and even Backpage had a Backpage thing. If you know about that.
Backpage.
The Backpage. So I think too, and Backpage is now no more. Whatever they had going on with Facebook is no more. I'm pretty sure there's shreds of it somewhere. And I think Instagram is also trying to eliminate that. Here's the thing they also don't see. Little girls can get caught up with this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's my biggest concern, though.
And that leads them to be susceptible to predatory behavior.
That is my biggest concern, is predators.
And that's why I'm with it too. Not only boys, but women as well. I'm not focused on the grown women and all that, but I'm focused on the kids here at the end of the day with this type of thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe 100%. I'm lack of my perspective, but that's my main focus, you know.
I agree, like protecting kids at all costs. And I think anybody would agree with that. I think that's why their age limit is 13 and not no limit. You know what I mean? Because they could have put
2.
Yeah, like they didn't have to put an age limit exactly, but they did, and I think it was to protect kids. But even 13 is still young, and like you can still be subject to predators. Even at 18, 19, 20, you can be subject to predators.
We see these college campuses. I've seen some like stuff recruiting women for stuff that does not sound safe. You know, whether it's modeling or whatever the thing, or even just walking up to them.
They should make you take an online safety course. Everybody. When you first make your account, it doesn't have to be long. It could just be like 5 minutes of just like information. Mm-hmm. Even if you just click through it, I mean, that's on you, but I think they should implement that on all social media to just kind of let people know. Because even my mom, like when she started her Instagram way back in the day, like, you know, she was like, ugh, how do I get this stuff off? Like, you know, the Discover page. She's like, how do I get this stuff off of here? And I'm like, you can't. Like, she's like, I want to see this. And it was like, you know, models and things booties, all types of crazy stuff. And she's like, I want to see this. Like, how do I get this off here? I'm like, you can't. So to your point, like, I mean, of course you tailor your Explore page off of what you view, but in the beginning you're just seeing everything. So I think to your point, there definitely should be some type of restriction on that, because there's not.
If you see the social dilemma, it's very important because it shows you exactly how it works. Literally, your phone's monitoring everything, even the way your eyes dilate when you look at a picture. So if you stop, and it's not even purpose. Let's see you do see a booty model, or even a girl sees a model and she just thinks she, you know, that's what she wants to be. I want to look like that. Mm-hmm. They record that and give you more of that.
Yeah.
So dang, guy or girl, if she stopped on this page for 2 seconds, 2 microseconds, oh, gotta feed her more, and put ads with it, because the thing is making money off revenue. So the longer you stay on a picture, they can feed you the ads shortly after. I'm sure you've seen that. Yeah, ads definitely. After, for me, it's sports. Always sports. I always find the ads after sports, and it's always for men's things like watches.
For me, it's my latest Amazon cart, like whatever's in there. They'll start feeding me that, and I'm like, even if I already bought the item, like, why are you still showing me this? I bought my item. I'm done.
I've seen some people like, looked up. I didn't even buy it. It's looked up and it's on there. Yeah. Like, what?
Yeah.
And I buy it.
That's crazy.
You know.
I do want to shift gears a little bit though, because there's something you mentioned about Instagram being used for dating, and I think that's an interesting topic. I kind of want to touch on that because, you know, I'm single right now. I'm dating, and I've been on a few of the apps. I mean, it's the pandemic, so you can't really meet people in person, which would be my preferred way. So I'm pretty much on apps. People are still doing it, yeah. I've even met up with people in person that I met through apps. So it's still going on. But I was just going to say, like, everyone either has their Instagram on their dating profile or they ask for it. Like, when you start talking to someone, they're like, oh, what's your IG? So it's definitely used for dating. And I've even had to, like, edit my Instagram photos because, like, I don't want these people that I'm just now meeting to see, like, my personal family stuff. So I've literally, like, cut my Instagram down so much to cater to dating. Mm-hmm. And whereas before I was dating, I literally just used Instagram as a way to express my life, like friends, family, whatever pictures I want to post, I posted. But now I've had to tailor that to dating. And like, I guess maybe I could get like a Finsta or something for dating, but I don't feel like doing that. So I just tailored my regular profile for that.
Yeah, I feel like every app has a different usage. Like Twitter is obviously for the most reckless content and emotions and thoughts.
Very,
and
very reckless.
Look at Donald Trump. You know, he got banned off the internet. So that's what that's for. You know, Instagram is more family and friends. Mm-hmm. And to me, Facebook is like an archaic version of Instagram, or which a lot of people use it for, business as well, because more adults on there. Mm-hmm. I guess there's kids on there too, but for me, Facebook has always been known for a more adult site, and not in a sexual sense, but just more like older, more mature. It's more mature site, I guess you can say. So if you're trying to do business and promote stuff, it's better to promote stuff on Facebook because more adults on there, more businesses, Facebook groups, and things of that nature. Instagram is still tailored more towards the youth, I would say. Could be wrong on that, but especially all these TikToks and things kind of infusing with Instagram now.
It's definitely credited toward the youth and like young people in general. And I mean, starting from like age 8 to like 30s, you know, like, because I've seen some really young kids and I'm like, what are y'all doing on Instagram? But that Instagram's like the popping site right now. Like you said, Facebook is for usually like the older crowd, and Instagram is for all encompassing young people. That's what I would say. From 8 to 38, you know?
Is that their motto, or you just made that up?
No, I just made that up. I think that's what I would say.
Someone's doing research.
Well, if they did focus groups, I would think, okay, you're focusing on this. I don't think they're focusing on like 8-year-olds, but I think their focus group would probably be 20s and 30s. But I think people as young as 8 use Instagram, you know. I was even shocked when my brother got Instagram. He was, I don't know, he was a teenager, but like, I was just like, oh, like teenagers on Instagram now, but yeah, they are.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's younger and younger. I remember when you talked to the people who were like, where'd you get social media? I got my first social media. I remember 10th grade, my friend kept saying, yeah, Instagram, go Instagram. That was my first social media. I never had Facebook in middle school, none of that. So no, I got my first social media in high school. I know a lot of older people got theirs in high school, so not like too ingrained in their life, you know what I mean?
Yeah, see, I'm a slightly older than you, so I got mine in middle school.
How old are you? Older than me? No, I'm kidding.
I don't want to share my age, baby. Like don't crack, so you know.
She said she's still dating. That's points off the board, apparently.
What?
That's not my words.
Anywho, I started getting social media when I was in middle school. My first site was Facebook.
Golly.
Anyway, my first site was Facebook. Mind your business.
You gotta tell that story.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll tell the story real quick. So this was MySpace. Oh my god, I totally forgot about MySpace. It wasn't even Facebook. I lied. It was MySpace. So I had my MySpace in like, okay, I tried to make one when I was maybe like 6th, 7th grade. I don't remember exactly, but 6th, 7th grade, I was like 11 or 12. And I was going to make it behind my parents' back. So I got on like the desktop back in the day. We didn't even really do laptops like that.
Phones, that.
So I was on the family desktop and my parents weren't home. And I don't know if you guys remember, but on MySpace, the creator of MySpace was Tom, which his name was Tom. He automatically got added as a friend for you. That was like your first friend when you make your account. So I didn't know that. So I got on this site. I made my account and boom, this 30-year-old white man pops up as one of my friends and I'm 11 and I was just like, oh my God. And like, I literally felt my face getting hot. I was like, this is a predator. Like, who is this person? I didn't add them. Like, I don't know who this is.
Weren't there a lot of news stories about that too? Like predatory behavior on MySpace
I just think my parents, especially my mom, was like super like against social media. Like she was like against MySpace. She worked in middle school, so she knew about MySpace. She's like, no, like she was super against me getting one.
3 minutes, by the way.
Got it. Okay. She was super like against it and against me getting one. So, but I had that in my head, like predators, because that was what her fear was. So when I saw this 30-year-old white man, I was like, oh my God. So I was so scared. I deleted my account. I shut down the computer. I got off of it. And I was like, this is what my mom was talking about. Such an
innocent
thing. So yeah.
Tom created this. He said, I think it'll be a good idea for at least everyone to have one friend.
But that just goes to show you that kids shouldn't be on it. Kids shouldn't be on it for that reason. Because if you were grown enough, you would have known.
And imagine if she was trying to be fast.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. So, yeah, that was my little story. And I just think that's why I agree with you on just having restrictions for kids, because it's just not a world children need to be in.
Yeah, at the very least have the conversation. Like, because it's the wild, wild west.
Yeah.
And kids are the wild, wild west type of mindset. Adults know when, hey, I'm getting into territory I don't want to be in, or not. Yeah. Or so they have the choice of, they have the mindset to make the choice of, do I want to engage in this? Do I not?
Right. Especially
kids don't. They have no limiters, and in a place with no limits, it's a child's playground. So you don't know what direction they'll take themselves.
Yeah, and they're very impressionable too. So it's just
major. Yep.
It's not ideal.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna wrap this thing on up. Comment below if you have anything to say about the topics we discussed today. If you have anything that you want us to talk about, feel free to comment as well. Support our Patreon. We love y'all. Have a productive week.
Real quick. I was just thinking about this. Sour pickles or sweet pickles? We only have like a couple of minutes.
Oh,
just go ahead and we'll have our producer throw it up in the chat or put in comments before we go. We have like 30 seconds. Just want to throw that out there. I was thinking about that. Hit us in the comments. We'll give you a free t-shirt.
What do you say? Sour or sweet?
Sweet, of course. Some people say no pickles.
I say no pickles. But anyway, if I had to choose,
Racist.
I guess I would say sour. All right, y'all.
All right. Sweet pickles. Sour pickles. No pickles. All right. This has been Black Scott.
Love Jade. We out.
He said, she said. She said, he said.